I have written a series of cancer books, which include the staging, workup, management, according to the NCCN guideline and other published scientific studies that are not in the guidelines, also with the traditional Chinese medicine about how to fine tune the organ and human body related to a certain type of cancer. Of course, that's a huge work. I'm trying to convert them into YouTube form videos, and all of them have a common theme is that from the basics, right? How molecules form your cells and how cells form your organs and how your body performs. So all the things together gonna take lots of explanation. They're just like, basic knowledge, like the fundamentals. But I think that's important if you want to understand. That's good teaching material for people who want to learn something. Of course, you can pass that because it's going to take a lot of time, but it's good be a really good foundation to understand what the particulars in the things I'm going to talk about. So this is the foundation, and all the other work is the application. So this is more like the Chinese Tao, the principles, and the Shu means the ways, the methods. So these tools are very important. Without the Tao, you don't have a map. Without the tools, without the Shu, you don't know what to do, even with the map. Um, this is going to be a particular series of the cancer books, and the first chapter is on human body.
Your body is built from just a handful of basic elements, mostly carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. That's it. Yet, this simple chemistry can create something that writes symphonies, cures disease, and sprints a marathon. How in the world does simple chemistry scale up into a living, breathing you? We're going to answer that by climbing the 5 levels of organization. Think of it as a ladder, chemical to cellular, to tissue, to organ system. Keep this ladder in mind. It's the fundamental map for everything in human health and medicine. Step 1, the chemical level. This is the alphabet. Atoms combine into vital molecules. Water, sugars for quick energy, lipids for membranes, amino acids that build proteins, and nucleotides that hold your DNA code. Life's clever trick is turning small leaders into massive biopolymers. DNA is a long chain of nucleotides. A protein is a chain of amino acids. And here's the rule you must remember. Sequence arrow, shape arrow function. Get the sequence wrong and you risk a bad shape, and that protein simply won't work. That DNA holds your complete instruction library, packaged across 23 chromosome pairs. The scale is insane. The DNA from one tiny cell unspooled is about 6 feet long. It's the original digital library, and it all has to fit inside a microscopic nucleus. So how do the instructions become action? Cells transcribe DNA into messenger RNA, then translate that message into a polypeptide chain. That chain then folds into a precise 3D working machine, a protein. Step 2, the cellular level. This is the smallest, most complex unit of life. Think of a cell as a tiny city with its own specialized organelles. The nucleus is the archive, ribosomes and the ER are the factories. The Golgi is shipping and packaging, and the mitochondria are the power plants. Cells maintain control through compartmentalization. Membranes create separate rooms to isolate different chemistry, ensuring acidic enzymes stay in the lysosome and don't chew up the rest of the cell. Control scales everything. Step 3, tissues. This is when similar cells team up for a shared mission. We have 4 classics: epithelial, the covers liners, the gatekeeper; connective, the scaffold from bone to blood; muscle, the mover; and nervous, the rapid controller. Step 4, organs. Multiple tissues combine to perform a single complex function. Your heart isn't just muscle, it blends muscle, connective tissue, epithelium, and nerves to pump blood reliably for a lifetime. Step 5, organ systems. This is the team sport. The circulatory system moves fuel. The respiratory system manages gases. The nervous and endocrine systems coordinate the entire operation. They are constantly talking to each other. The magic is integration. Systems talk to each other constantly, so your inner world stays incredibly stable while the outer world changes. That stability, that incredible balancing act has a name: homeostasis. Let's look at an example. Blood, glucose. After a meal, blood sugar rises. processes. Sensors in your pancreas release insulin, which tells cells to absorb glucose. As levels fall, insulin production declines. That's a negative feedback loop constantly pulling you back to a healthy set point. Now, let's revisit sequence, shape, function with a real-world example, hemoglobin. Its precise folded shape lets it grab oxygen in your lungs and release it in your tissues. A small genetic error, like in sickle cell disease, bends that shape. The red blood cell itself warps and the function suffers greatly. Misfolded proteins can be devastating. In diseases like Alzheimer's, certain proteins lose their shape and start to clump or aggregate, disrupting cell function. That's why cells invest in chaperone proteins and dedicated recycling centers, a robust quality control system to keep chemistry perfectly on script. Zoom back out to the body, trillions of cells, all reading the exact same DNA blueprint but expressing different genes to become a liver cell, a muscle cell, or a neuron. They have the same library but they open different books. That's how specialization appears from a single blueprint. Even your daily choices tie into the latter. Good nutrition supplies the right molecules, exercise tunes cells and tissues, and sleep resets hormonal control systems. Your body is a masterpiece, constantly editing and reinforcing its own blueprint. Let's quickly recap the 5 steps we climbed today. Chemical, cellular, tissue, organ system. Keep this map handy. It's your compass for the rest of the series. Next time, we go inside the single cell, the cellular city, to see exactly how the organelles coordinate energy, manufacturing, shipping, and repair. Don't miss the next step. Subscribe and turn on notifications to follow the full body tour. Drop a comment below. Which level do you want a deeper dive on? Proteins, organelles, or tissues?